Money laundering made the Byrdes super secretive, but that's not true for most of the actors behind the roles. In fact, Ozark's popularity has made the cast more intriguing than ever, especially when it comes to their love lives. Luckily, we've got all the details you need. From relationships that took a decade to heat up to secret pregnancies. Get ready for Ozark through rose-tinted glasses. Laura Linney as Wendy Byrde. Wendy isn't the only one to have had marriage problems. Laura Linney's first one, to David Adkins, wasn't perfect either. The couple married in 1995 after meeting at Juilliard, where they were both studying. The romance was short-lived. In 1998, they separated, officially divorcing 2 years later. It made the actress skeptical of marriage.
What's the biggest risk you've ever taken?
Getting married.
Was it later?
My second marriage, yes.
Thankfully, the right man came along to prove her wrong. It wasn't Jason Bateman, despite their amazing chemistry.
Well, the chemistry is just a simple, nice byproduct of a couple of people that I guess were brought up well.
Mr. Right is called Mark Schauer. The actress met Mark at a film festival in 2004, but he wasn't involved in the industry. He's actually a realtor who played liaison between the town and the festival. It was love at first sight. They got engaged in 2007, and 2 years later, married in a very special ceremony. Laura's pal Liam Neeson walked her down the aisle, just 2 months after his wife and her BFF, Natasha Richardson, passed away. Since then, these two have been super private. Seriously, in 2014, Laura revealed she'd given birth, and her fans had no idea she was pregnant. So why did the actress keep it a secret? Wasn't intentional. Laura was 49 when she got pregnant after she and Mark had had trouble conceiving for years, so she was nervous to share the news in case it didn't end well. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, and she and her husband welcomed a healthy baby boy called Bennett.
I was an older mother-to-be.
Right.
And it had taken me a very, very long time to have a child.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that my child actually arrived.
While Bennett made her a mom, he couldn't have prepared her for the really weird relationships she has with her on-screen kids. But are they as off in real life? Sofia Hublitz as Charlotte Byrde. This 22-year-old is relatively new to the world of acting, but she's making waves in Hollywood. Charlotte's antics in Ozark have divided fans. Some love her, others hate her. But one thing everyone agrees on is, we need to know more about the actress. Which is where things get tricky, because she's not keen to share. And for a good reason. The love-hate relationship fans have with Charlotte led to the actress getting trolled online. In response, she deleted her account, and our invitation into her private life along with it. But we do know that she got into the acting industry when she was 14 through her godfather, who is a key grip. She was also a Master Chef Junior, proving that she can cook. Well, kind of.
What happened?
I don't know.
Don't worry. Look, I'm here to help you. Please don't get upset. Hey, don't worry. Let's start again, shall we?
Now she's taking the time to focus on her career, which is why she doesn't have time for a boyfriend. Or at least, that's what she's hinted at in interviews. She's not alone. Her on-screen brother is also keeping his focus on his work, and not on the ladies. Skylar Gaertner as Jonah Byrde. Since he was first cast as the Byrdes' preteen son, Skylar's popularity has grown. But so has he. Did you know that this actor is actually 18 years old? We'll forgive you if you didn't, because he's a pro at keeping his life on the down low. His social media accounts feature snaps of work and his family, but no ladies making hard eyes at him. Whether it's because of his age or his desire to keep that information private, we have no idea. It might just be because he's too busy. After all, he just graduated high school. Now that school's out, maybe he'll start seeing someone. Thankfully, not all of the cast is so tight-lipped about their significant others. Julia Garner as Ruth Langmore. 2019 was a big year for this actress. She won an Emmy and got married, but fans were more surprised about her nuptials because they had no idea she was in a relationship. And what a relationship it was! She was seeing Mark Foster, the vocalist from Foster the People. Initially, the actress was hesitant about sharing the details of her boo, but ahead of her first wedding anniversary, she finally spilled the beans. Julia admitted that they dated for 10 months before they took a romantic trip together. We rented an RV and took a road trip to Montana. He read a poem he had written, and when he finished, he dropped to a knee and asked me to marry him. The couple decided to get married at New York City Hall as an homage to Julia's parents, who'd gotten married there 40 years earlier. But 10 days before the big day, she still hadn't found the right dress. Luckily, Instagram saved the day literally. I had nothing to wear. I was on a lunch break in my trailer. I went on Instagram and I got a DM from Danielle Frankel asking me if I had found a dress. It was an Instagram miracle. This year, they'll be celebrating their 3rd anniversary, and their family is already grown. By 4 paws. Now we'll just have to wait and see what's next for their family. And speaking of family, these actors have caused a stir with their on-screen relationship. Lisa Emery as Darlene Snell. Want to know a secret? Lisa and Darlene have something in common. They both lost their husbands. Only in real life, Lisa didn't kill her partner, even though he broke her heart. He should consider himself lucky, because this actress is kind of making a habit of playing husband killers. Long before Ozark, Lisa starred in a play called Iron, about a woman who murdered her husband. To get into the right headspace, she channeled her feelings from her failed marriage of 13 years to fellow actor Josh Pays. After their split, Lisa told the New York Times that her pain was useful. It feeds you, but you don't want to think about it. I keep it in a corner of my heart. Although it wasn't all bad. The couple had 2 kids together, including her son Zane, who is also an actor. But what's more surprising than her love of playing dangerous women is how much her fans dig it. Lisa never received shade for portraying Darlene. She explained, "I never get any negative reaction. People think it's a riot to see Darlene." But that might soon change, and it's all because of Charlie Tahan's character, Wyatt. In a seriously unexpected twist, Darlene starts a relationship with this much younger man, and even completes her makeshift family by stealing a baby. So far, fans have mixed reactions to the new dynamic on the show, but what about her partner in crime? It turns out that the 23-year-old actor she's romancing has no problem with it. Charlie Tahan as Wyatt Langmore. When fans first met Wyatt in season 1, he seemed like a great love interest for Charlotte. But the Ozark writers threw us a curveball, because he's ended up with someone 3 decades his senior, and a little crazy. But this actor loves that new dynamic. According to showrunner Chris Mundy, I called Charlie to tell him what the storyline was going to be, and he laughed for a solid minute and a half straight. He was so excited to do it. Not only was he excited to try it, but he did it so believably, which got us to wondering, how did he channel the right emotions for that kind of relationship? The 23-year-old actor is very tight-lipped about his own love life, so we don't have many clues. Except one. He's a damn talented actor. Just ask his parents. While Charlie hasn't given a lot of interviews, his mom and dad have helped fans curious about a possible girlfriend. They explain that their son is too focused on his career to worry about girls at the moment. And he agrees. He's not ready to think about the future just yet. That includes marriage and kids.
How do you feel about having children?
I don't want to have kids now. I have no idea.
There's still time and hope, especially if he follows the lead of this next actor. Jason Bateman as Marty Byrde. This actor's career wasn't the only thing to take a long time to get seriously dramatic. After all, it took years of comedic parts before he settled into his gritty Ozark role of dad-turned-delinquent. And when it comes to off-screen relationships, things aren't too different.
Who did Jason Bateman marry? Her name is Amanda Anka, love of my life.
Yet it took him a full 10 years to actually ask her out. So why the wait? For starters, they were pretty young. When Jason first met Amanda, they were only 18 years old. It happened at a hockey game. But according to Ms. Anka, I just wasn't into where he was at. That might have been because Jason was a former child actor who grew up surrounded by cameras and paparazzi. As he later explained, I'd worked so hard that by the time I was 20, I wanted to play hard, and I did that really well. It wasn't Amanda's jam. As the daughter of musician Paul Anka, she wasn't a stranger to the Hollywood lifestyle, but her priorities were different. She wanted a meaningful relationship, so they became friends and nothing else.
How dare you?
It was only for a while. 10 years later, Jason outgrew his partying phase and wanted to settle down with the right woman. But he'd had her all along. After dating for a while, these two tied the knot in 2001. And while he admits that friends last longer, it feels so effortless. It gets better every single year. And that wasn't always the case. In 2009, Jason almost lost his soulmate because he didn't totally give up on his earlier lifestyle. It was too much for Amanda, who gave him an ultimatum and time for a little thinking. It worked because Jason attended his first AA meeting and won her back. And he's never looked back. Since then, the couple have welcomed 2 daughters, and Jason has admitted his lifestyle is pretty much perfect.
Interesting story.
His wife is more than just his best friend. The actor admits that Amanda is also his biggest supporter. She does a hell of a lot, and her husband is very appreciative. Jason admitted, My wife keeps me grounded. She's got a full-time career. She's an incredible mom, and she's almost a full-time dad because I'm out of town so much. That keeps me from taking this for granted. So it's no surprise that he never misses a chance to show her some love, especially when it comes to award acceptance speeches.
To my wife, my 2 daughters, Amanda, Franny, and Maple, without you, none of it would be enjoyable, and it probably wouldn't be possible. So I love you more than I even tell you I do.
Isn't that just adorable? For more info on your favorite actors' love lives, check out some of these other awesome videos. Until then, thanks for watching.